What's good, everybody? It's BBKDRAGOON back with another video today. Excited to talk with you about Lawbreakers, the upcoming, well, how would you describe it? I would say arena hero shooter. If Quake and Overwatch were to have a baby, that is what Lawbreakers is. The upcoming game releasing August 8th from Boss Key and Nexon. It'll be on Steam and the PlayStation 4, with the potential for it to possibly come to the Xbox down the road. Now, if you guys know Cliff Blazensky, he is heading, I believe, either Boss Key or Nexon, I think it's Boss Key, and he is just legendary in the FPS space. If you remember Gears of War or the Unreal Tournament series, that guy is just known for making fantastic FPS games, and you can certainly see the fingerprint of a kick-butt arena shooter all over Lawbreakers. This game is fast, this game has a lot of depth to it that will create a huge skill gap in the weeks and months to come. My initial feelings or reports from the beta was that, wow, after 3 or 4 hours of playing the game, it's a lot of fun, it felt polished, I ran into no major bugs, this thing feels ready for release. To give us sort of a perspective on how this all comes together, you have different heroes that have different abilities, and they all are centered around knowledge of that particular champion, right? In particular, the Wraith, right? You can slide and you can also melee, but if you slide melee together, you can deal additional damage, or if you slide jump, you're going to jump further. Every one of the characters has, like an onion from Shrek, layers of depth to be learned as you play and get more used to their certain skill set and abilities. The maps themselves, the real key hook with Lawbreakers is the anti-gravity zone. So in the Lawbreakers world, the moon's been destroyed, and usually in the center of each of these maps is a low gravity play space where you float around and you can use all of the mobility assets in your hero's arsenal to try and traverse the map better than your opponents. And this leads itself to really stinking cool gameplay experiences that I've not had in arena shooter before, where you're floating in midair, trying to change direction as your opponents are trying to float around and guess your trajectory. And overall, it is a very surreal experience when you're seeing like 5 or 6 people floating in midair, shooting rockets and guns and abilities. It's awesome. Don't get me wrong, it is straight up awesome. Now, I say don't get me wrong because I'm going to transition here into, well, I liked the beta. I found it to be a very fun game. I just don't know if this is the type of game I'm going to be playing every single day. Growing up, I loved Unreal Tournament. Loved it. I played it all the time, and the high-speed arena shooter is something I've always held close and near to my heart, but I don't know what it is. I don't find this type of shooter to be my bread and butter, the kind of thing I want to boot up and play every single day, and that is my biggest fear with this title. I want to support Lawbreakers so much because Boss Key and Nexon are amazing developers who interact with their community continually, and I know they're going to keep this game up to date and polished and working very well. You can straight up join the Lawbreakers Discord right now and interact with developers immediately. They've just been super supportive and interactive with the community from the get-go, which is something that's a nice change of pace from the industry. However, there is something about this game after, 3 or 4 hours of play that made me go, that was fun, but I don't know if I'm going to be buying this at launch. And it has nothing to do with the game being unpolished or not fun. No, it was a great time. There's something about it being so fast-paced and almost chaotic that doesn't necessarily draw me in as much as it used to. And I really hate that sentiment because I grew up loving arena shooters, but I just feel like FPS players as a whole, their tastes have evolved over the last decade. And while Lawbreakers will definitely have a very dedicated community, have no doubt, this game will have a very dedicated community, and you are going to see some absolutely insane plays. This is the type of game where the skill ceiling is so high, you're going to see plays that just blow your mind from these dedicated players. But I don't think the mainstream FPS audience is going to catch on to this. I also am very curious. I played the PC beta all weekend. I'm wondering how it felt on PS4. This type of game is so incredibly reliant on fantastic accuracy and movement skills that on a controller, I could see it playing like almost a completely different game. Now, with all that set aside, luckily this game comes in at a $30 price point. I have to give kudos to Cliffy B for going on stage at E3 and when he announced the price, calling out the BS of the industry of releasing a multiplayer-only game that's $60. He said, none of that, $30, you get all the updates, you get all the support, all the future DLC, it's included, and that's what we're doing for you. So just from that perspective, I want to support Lawbreakers. It's a very fun game, and I'd love to hear what you all thought about it. If any of you got to play the beta this last few days, let me know about it down in the comments section below. And if you didn't get to play the beta, please let me know also, what do you think just watching this gameplay? Does it look like something you want to try out? Is it gripping? And what do you think about just the FPS audience in general sort of evolving and moving past the arena shooter? Because it's bittersweet for me. I thought I was going to come into this game and this beta this weekend and go, wow, I cannot wait to buy it. And after playing, I went, yeah, it's fun. It's polished. It's a great game. I just don't know if it's the type of game I'd be playing every single day. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic Monday. Thanks for the support on the update video. So much love. I couldn't even reply to all the comments. It was outrageous. So thank you very, very much. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Also, you want to check out my second channel? I'm starting to promote that. It does a little bit more than Let's Play content, and I'd love if some of you were to check it out. Thanks so much, and have a great start to your week.